Alright everyone, here's my first update on the Tumbler. Probably next update you'll see it when it's officially done after I weather it. I've already started to do scratches all over it with some silver paint. All you gotta do is just put it on the end of your brush. I used a really small one for this. I should have used my weathering brush, the one that I use for rust, which is like all messed up looking. I should have used that one actually, because that probably would have been a little bit better. It's a little bit... it's not that bad, but it's just a little bit of, like, some straightened lines that I'd rather be more sporadic looking. But yeah, I already started weathering. And this is the second tumbler. Last time we did the rocket one. And, yeah. I'm actually pretty damn happy with this one. I actually painted the inside of it silver. It's kind of hard to see. It's very hard to see in there, but you can see that it is silver in there. Once I put the weathering on there, it's probably not going to be that big of a deal. Like, you can't really see the inside of this thing, so I didn't do that much detail. It's kind of like the first one that I did. I'm sorry that it's so shaky. I'm not sure what the hell is happening here. These pieces I had a little bit of trouble with, but not too bad. Not too bad. For what it is, this is a really fun kit. And I think I had a lot of fun with this one. I was stressing about this one. Yeah, the camouflage kind of sucks. Yeah, like right up here. That came out way rougher than I thought it would. There's just so many complex angles and everything. It's really freaking hard to replicate it 100%, but I tried as much as I could. As much as humanly possible. Added a little stripe there, you know, just little things here and there to... And there's actually kind of a fault in the model kit that I didn't even realize, and there's nothing in the instructions to fix this. This isn't present on the rocket tumbler, but there's actually a gap here. I love this model kit, but I've never seen that before. That is so weird. If this sound is really loud, I just have this on fan mode to kind of air this out, to kind of help dry the glue a little bit better. Let me try to turn it down a little bit. But, yeah, I'm still using the Tamiya extra thin glue, thin cement. Front tires, I stress about way too much on this kit. They're not that bad. The only problem I have putting the front tires on, and this was the same with my rocket tumbler, was the points where you have to connect this piece to the firewall is, like, completely screwed up. Like, that little peg that they want you to put it through is so tiny. You have to put your X-Acto knife through there and cut it open a little bit, because there is no way you could fit that through there. You literally have to fix it yourself. So yeah, next time you guys see it, it's going to be completely weathered. We're going to be hitting it with the same treatment as the other one, which is just this wash. But I'm going to let this one dry for a little bit. Maybe I might wait overnight for it, because these little pieces are kind of flimsy, and I'm still waiting for them to completely dry. But, yeah, next time you see it, and it'll be hopefully done. See you guys next time. And it's done. I'm pretty happy with this. It's been pretty easy with this one. Those fins up top, like I said before, kind of gave me a little bit of an issue. They're not 100%. Some things aren't positioned the best. Some of them are positioned a little bit awkwardly. But for the most part, I'm pretty happy with it. The weathering's all done, and I actually had a tragedy strike with this piece falling off, actually breaking off during the middle of weathering. It's still weathered and everything, like it still worked, but I had to like weather that separately after it fell off the car. I used a bunch of soot all over the vehicle, which is from the weathering kit. And what's funny is these come with brushes, and mine broke recently, and I'm looking around and I'm like, what the hell do I use to replace this? And I go to a bunch of model car forums and I'm just like, hey, has this ever happened to anyone? And someone sends me a link to something, and I'm like, okay, let me see, what can I use to replace this? And, well, I mean, it works. You want to see the brush afterwards? Here you go. It was amazing. And yeah, it went on, and it works. So, yeah, that's the little vent there that has the soot all over it. Right there. And for some reason, I put it up here. And same on the other side. And it goes on pretty good. I just used some clear coat over it. I did a lot of heavy amounts of that. One thing I did is I also did the same on the tires, but I did mud, and it kind of worked. After I clear coated it, you could still kind of see it. The tires look kind of dirty, but it just looks okay. Back ones could have came out a little bit better. Once you put the clear coat on it, it just kind of, some of it disappears, but that's why I went really heavy with the sides here. Because once I spray it with dull coat, it just, some of it will disappear. Some of the areas I was worried about was this big scratch that I did over here. It kind of looked a little bit silly, but once I put the soot over it, it masked a lot of it. It just looks so much better. That weird gap that's in the kit, I'm not sure why that is. But, yeah, I've seen a lot of people who built this, and I looked at a bunch of other people who built this way more professional and way better than me. I was actually going to add something. I was going to put, like, a light bar up here, but out of the Revell Jeep kit, but I didn't have one of those, and I just decided to do it how it's supposed to. I've seen people, like I was saying, yeah, I've seen people who build this kit up, and I've seen it where they do silver here, silver on these, silver here, silver all over these and everything. I'm just like, this is supposed to be a combat vehicle. You don't want shiny silver parts all over this thing. You might as well put a giant red sign on the vehicle that says, hey, come shoot at us. You know what I mean? Like, the only silver parts are the tanks in the back there, the afterburner tip, and the springs in the back. Those are the only real silver parts on this, if you're not counting the scratches all over the vehicle. It just makes so much more sense to me to not put silver everywhere. It just kind of seems really stupid if you want to put silver all over the vehicle. Like, even the exhaust tips I've seen people do up top, which I just painted them black as opposed to the one on my other tumbler. I was about to say DeLorean. The other tumbler has has those just painted the same body color, brown. I've noticed in some photos that it looks, I think it's more close to real life. The realistic one is more of a yellowish tan. Mine is more of a whitish tan. I can't find that color for the life of me. And again, just the paint that I used was this Camouflage Destroyed Cap thing here. Let me take this off the paint stand. Aha, that's right. I found this old display stand. Putting it on this. How about that? Someone actually, like, commented, I think it's Road Warrior John, how you doing, by the way? He commented, I have this kit, and I got intimidated by it, and I put it back on the shelf, but after seeing you do it, I want to build it. That is really awesome. I love that I inspired someone to build it. Remember, if I can do this, you guys can do it. And that's saying something, because I've built up some shitty cars in the past. Like, I've done really bad butchery with some models before. So, yeah, you can do it. Just Don't be scared by it. It's not a terrible kit by any means. Um, it's pretty fun. Uh, what else can I talk about with this thing? Um, Again, it's really like one of those really fun puzzle pieces to put together. Once you actually start putting it together and I remember the first time I built up my first one, and literally because that was last week. But when you put the rear tires on and you like snap it to the back of the body, you have like that oh shit kind of moment where you're just like, oh, that's how this thing goes together. It's such a cool moment. Like I can't express that enough. Just how cool it is to put this together and have that aha moment. You know, absolutely love it. I actually noticed that there's a continuity error in Batman: The Dark Knight Rises. So they established that the way that this opens is the cockpit lifts up, the windshield folds back, and the thing kind of slides forward. Okay, got that. So how the hell is Talia and I think that's her name, yeah, Talia and Bane able to just have this part slide open and they can just get out of it? I guess maybe that's the newer tumblers can do that. I actually prefer that. I don't like the whole windshield going up and going into the back. I'm not a fan of that. I actually like just the top part opening. It makes more sense to me. I don't know. I don't know if that's a continuity error or that's just how the new tumblers function. Probably just the new tumblers function. I'm writing a story that involves this one, and oh boy, it is a dark, absolutely dark and terrifying story that involves little homie, you know, the little circle character I have, and I can't repeat what happens to him in that story because it is not only disgusting, but like really, really, really screwed up. But just know that this thing is in it, and it is a monster. The new bad guy like gets in front of it and is like yelling at him to get out of there, and he starts revving up the engine, and you just see the flames just, and he does a rampless jump right into the dude's face. He ducks out of the way, but he still like hits him a little bit and knocks him out with the thing. The thing does a rampless jump as an attack. That is awesome. Absolutely love this thing in the story. I love when he drives it into like his base and everything, and he gets out of it and like he's like limping and he's all bloody and hurt. He got bit in the face, like I'll say that much. Like his head is bleeding really badly. And he just collapses on the floor, and this thing kind of does like a like it shuts off like that kind of sound. And he just like falls down next to it. Like he just gave up on living, gave up. I feel so bad for him. I really do. He's such a cool character, but I feel so bad for him. But yeah. It is absolutely disgusting what happens to him, I will say that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys next time.